Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is James and it's been a while. It's actually the 2nd of December 2023. It's actually been 2 months since I uploaded a video. So first of all, I'll explain why it's actually been 2 months. It may seem a bit odd to some people, but in my mind, the way I think and the way I do things is just the way it is. Basically, I started to find myself getting a little bit too obsessed with numbers. I was weighing myself every week and then it was fine and you know, weight's going down and it's maybe going down by, you know, what I would expect it to be. But then sometimes it would creep in. Doubt started to creep in my mind when, say, I lost only a pound, which still is still a loss, but sometimes it would creep in my mind. I'm like, oh, why is it only a pound? And then sometimes it would stay the same weight, and I'd be like, why? And I started to feel like I was getting too obsessed with it. Now, if you don't know my history, and I've talked about it before, but I've been obsessed with like stuff like that before, and I've ended up just giving up. And I didn't want to fall into the same habits that I've done in the past. And I basically just want to take a step back. And these videos that I was doing, making this channel, was actually to help me as much as it may help other people as well if they watch it and maybe get inspiration or whatever. But it's part of my journey and it's part of my routine when it comes to my weight loss. And the videos were part of that, and I wanted just to step back from all of the negativity. It wasn't negative. I just felt it was linked to it. It sounds daft, but I'm not saying I've got negativity from anybody. It's just that it was part of it, and I could feel myself just falling into a trap where I was sort of, basically, I was going, oh, what's the point? Oh, I've only lost a pound. How? Why? Why? But then not looking at the bigger picture, you know. So that's basically what it's been. I'm probably rambling because I've tried to make this video a couple of times, like in the past like week or two, and I just didn't really know what to say. I know I don't have a lot of people watching, but if someone does watch this, and you know, I want them to like, I want you to understand why I haven't. But yeah, I'm gonna get that out of the way. But the main part of this video, I didn't know how I was gonna do this either. But let's start talking about more of the positives. If it wasn't clear by the title, I've actually lost over 100 pounds. Last time. My weight was, I think last time I weighed in, it was like 333 or something like that. So I was just over the 100 pound, or just under the 100 pound loss, I should say. But now, as of this morning, so it's actually ironically, coincidentally, I didn't mean for this to be the case, but it's actually been literally 2 months to the day. But I weighed myself today and I was 324, I believe. I'll put the stuff on the screen. You should be seeing it around about now anyway. But yeah, so I've actually lost technically 107 pounds. Now, I will say as well that when I've always stated this many times, and I sound like I'm repeating myself, but when I first started weighing myself, I couldn't weigh myself because there were scales I had which would say error, like you know, we can't get your weight. But I actually got weighed about October last year at the doctor's, and I was like 431 or 432. But then when I started my journey, and then like 11 days after I started this year, it was like the 17th of January, I was able to pick up a weight or a reading on the scale, which was 421. So if you want to go by that number, technically I haven't lost 100 pounds going from that number, but going from, you know, October of last year, for example, because I only started doing this in January, so there's no way between October and January I would have lost any weight. If anything, I had gained weight. So yeah, I was like 431. So I am now 324.4, I think. So yeah, how have I done it? I'm just gonna say I don't really know. I haven't scripted this. I did actually. I've got a notepad right here. I was actually gonna write stuff down. I already did on that attempt that I tried before, but I actually felt like it was harder for me to do when I wrote notes down about what I was going to speak, because I'm more of a just speak. Like, I don't want it to be scripted. So, and I try and keep editing as little as possible, just so it feels more natural. You don't want a heavily edited video. Besides, you know, me putting stuff in like, you know, the showing my readings on the weights or whatever. But how have I lost over 100 pound? I mean, it's very simple. It's been actually a lot more simple than I ever thought it would be. I never thought I would ever get to this point, and I may seem a bit muted in my excitement. It's not so much that I'm obviously proud and I'm excited that I've lost over 100 pounds at this point, but I've still got a long way to go. This is by no means, you know, oh, we've done it. No, I've still got a long way to go. But yeah, I'm still losing weight. I'm when it comes to like what I've done to lose weight, exercise. I've been doing roughly about 4 to 5 times a week. Treadmill, cardio, 3 mile an hour walk, for about an hour and a half per day. Sometimes only an hour, sometimes an hour and 15 minutes, but generally it's been like an hour and a half a day. I end up a lot of the times getting up in the mornings. I wouldn't train like lift weights on an empty stomach, but I sort of got into a habit of getting up, getting dressed, getting my bottle of water, which is here, which I have 2 liters every single day, or at least 2 liters every single day. I jump on the treadmill and I say to myself, I'll just do 30 minutes. And if I feel like it, I'll go for an hour. And then later on the day, it's been averaging on the treadmill itself around 10,000 steps just on the treadmill per day. So, yeah, well, 4 to 5 times a week. When it comes to lifting weights, I'm still lifting weights. If you notice the rooms, I'm in a different room as well. If you're familiar with my previous content, I've literally swapped rooms around because this is actually my living room. Excuse the mess in the back, but this is actually my living room. I've actually made my other room that I was in before like a gym room. I've got all my equipment in there now, so I've got a room dedicated to that, and it's much better. But yeah, I'm still lifting weights about 2 to 3 times a week. Nothing crazy. I still do basically it's a standard routine. It's about 45 minutes of doing that, and then I throw in the cardio again. But also a big component is eating. I've been on a low calorie, high protein diet, good foods, getting a whole mixture of foods in, and I've not been too strict on myself either. I probably eat most of the time anywhere between, it could be 1,500, I need to say 15,000, no, not 15,000 calories, 1,500 calories a day, to maybe 2,000 calories a day. It just depends on the day. Some days I'm more hungry, and sometimes it's gone even over 2,000 calories, but it never goes any more than, like, say 2,200 calories when it comes to eating. So, but yeah, high protein, low calories food, and yeah, it's just been tracking calories. I've been calories in versus calories out, basically, and along with the exercise, I'm much healthier. I'm much fitter. My heart rate is much better now. Like, as in, like, my resting heart rate is much lower. My ability to recover is brilliant. So when I walk on the treadmill, my heart rate probably goes up to like sometimes 130, 140, and then within a couple of minutes, it's back down to like my resting heart rate now is about 65. So it's somewhere between 65 and maybe sometimes 75 or something like that. So my resting heart rate is better and my recovery is really good. I'm still feeling strong when it comes to weights. And I'll tell you what, it's a good feeling as well is I'm actually wearing one of the t-shirts right now. I actually bought clothes a while ago, kind of knowing in the back of my mind that, like, especially t-shirts, especially, you know, like, I've always been awkward with t-shirts, even when I was not like really overweight or obese or whatever. But I bought a bunch of clothes, and I kind of thought of you in my back of my mind when I bought them. I was like, I don't think these are going to fit me. And true enough, most of them didn't, or they were too tight, or they just didn't feel comfortable. And I tell you what, it's a fantastic feeling when 2 months later, or 3 months later, or a month later, whatever it may be, you go, oh, you know what, I'm going to try one of those t-shirts on again, or jumpers on, or trousers, or whatever it may be, and they actually fit. And I've been doing that more and more. The t-shirts I've been getting, I've got, sorry, are starting to fit now. So it's a really good feeling, and it shows progress. Obviously, I can tell visually in myself that I've lost weight. But, yeah, I think that's about it for now. I know it's not like a big grandiose, yeah, I've lost 100 pounds, woohoo! And I am feeling like that, but it's just like, I've still got to keep going. I don't want to get ahead of myself. And yeah, so probably expect more videos coming again. I'll try and do a little bit more. I do have Instagram, but I haven't touched the Instagram at all. And yeah, like I say, this has been the first video in 2 months. But anyway, subscribe and like and all that stuff if you want to follow along on my journey. And leave any comments, got any questions about anything. I can only give you advice on what's best for me. You got to remember as well, is what I do is you've got to find out what's the best for you. And what I may say, what works for me, may not work for somebody else. But I can only tell you what has worked for me. And yeah, so hopefully if that can help anybody. But yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to leave like comments and all that. And I do have Instagram, and maybe I should really start doing stuff on there again. And maybe I'll throw in a live stream here or there. We'll do an actual live workout, who knows. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe if you want to follow along, and let's keep going. We're halfway there, I guess. I don't know where I'm going to go with this, but over 100 pounds lost in 11 months is still a pretty good job. So yeah, thanks for watching, and as always, I will see you next one. Stay safe, and goodbye.